Here we go, Scott. Here we are. Where we are? Where are we, Scott? Where are we?
Where are we? You know where we are.
Scott and now talk New York sports. That's where we are.
You know where we are. We're at the beginning of the season has started. That's where
It has started.
Yes, it has.
Definitely has started.
You guys had a nice opening day win.
Well, like I said the Yankees were going to win, and the Mets were going to look at us and try to mimic what they see.
Yeah, we won.
and you did a good job mimicking it. You got one in. You snuck one in.
Snuck one in.
Yeah, snuck one in. It got a little hairy there. 3-3 tie. I saw it.
Yeah, we took care of business.
Took care of business. Sorry,
We took care of business.
But why did it get to 3-3? Did the old man run out of gas?
You know, it's like an old Cadillac. You know what I mean? It takes a little while to get the engine to get revving, so it takes a few games. You know.
Well, I still feel that the old man is not gonna last.
That's what you said last year.
The old man's not gonna last. It's gonna be like an old Cadillac. It's like you said, it's gonna die in the road.
No, he ain't gonna die. He's gonna keep going.
Yeah. Well, he had a good start, and then he a little shaky in the middle there, and then they had to take him out. Because to me, he's an opener. He's a 3-inning kind of guy.
3 innings.
So what was it? In the fifth inning, they took him out.
Sixth.
The sixth inning. Yeah,
Sixth
that's 3 innings past his prime. He's past what he should be doing.
Not bad for opening day. I'll take it.
So the Mets, they snuck in a second game in there, and they actually
Firebuck. 1-1.
fire Buck.
Fire.
You can't fire him yet.
We're
Not
on
yet.
the track of being 81 and 81.
Well, if you do that, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, fire.
No. It was a good game. Tight game, right?
was a tight game.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
one
a-
inning, one score
Bottom of
game.
the eighth, the Marlins came back. They hit a home run. Went up 2-0. Then top of the ninth, Alonso cracked one out of the park, and that's close as we came.
That's close. Yeah, well, you made it interesting. But
Close as we came.
well, first game. Let's go with the first game again. First game, because we talked about lineups, what we thought was gonna be the lineup, what we thought was gonna be the pitching. You know, we kind of gave our prediction. So how do you think the Buck put his team out there? What you
I
agree?
think it was a decent. You know, the lineup was decent. Top to bottom. Contributed.
Was it the lineup you thought was gonna be?
That's the line exactly what I thought it was going to
Exactly.
be.
Wow.
Exactly what I
You're in
thought
Buck
it was gonna
right there, right?
be. Right there. So fire me.
Yeah, you're gonna go with Buck. You both are going on vacation soon.
You know, Sterling Marte looked good. He had 2 hits yesterday in the loss out of the 4 hits they had yesterday.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
hitting the ball. You know, they're batting the ball around. They're hitting the ball. So
Well, yeah, they won. They won the first one.
game.
Second game they lost. Now the Yankees will be playing their second game soon, and they will not mimic the Mets' second game.
we'll see. We'll talk about that next week.
They're not gonna mimic it. It's not gonna
We'll
happen.
see.
Well, the thing about the Yankees is they are gonna play with Clark Schmidt at their starter, which barely was gonna make the 5th spot in the rotation. Ended up being our second guy in the rotation. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for him.
All right.
But they did pick up a pitcher. The
You
Yankees.
said they were going to pick up a pitcher.
Yeah, I felt they're gonna be a trade, and I think there's still a trade in the works, because usually they split it between pitchers and position players. They have
Right.
13 and 13 to
Gotcha.
make a 26-man roster.
Right.
They didn't go in with that. They came in with a 14-12 split, which is rare. They don't do that, and the reason why is because they need pitching. So they actually bringing in some outfielders, some extra outfielders. I think it was Estefan Florio. I think he's the one who they're gonna probably trade somewhere. So that just shows that one of those guys who they brought up will not be there soon. There is something in the works. We don't know about it. They're keeping it kind of quiet, but there is going to be something in there. But in the meantime, they did pick up a pitcher, just bought a cash option. So there was, they got, who did they get? I wrote his name. I'm not familiar with this guy. It's Colton Brewer. I'm not so familiar with him. He came from the Tampa Bay Rays.
Right.
His ERA was not impressive, but he's a pitcher, and we need some, like, they're always looking for Major League Baseball experience. He might have like a 5 ERA, not bad, not the worst, but they need something out there, because Clark Schmidt might have a short leash on our next game. He's going to have a short leash, so they're going to bring someone in, and I think that's the guy's going to see, Colton Brewer, pretty soon. Not so bad. So, what else? Your lineup? Did you happy with your lineup?
I said, yeah, I was happy.
Exactly. I mean, the lineup and the positions players.
Lines up position players is pretty much what we said we were going to start the year with.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the Mets.
The
You know,
Mets. Well, see, I didn't agree with the Yankee ones. You know, they won, even though they won 5-0. 5-0. I still, Josh Donaldson was still playing. Like, why is he playing?
How did he do yesterday?
I think he got 1 hit. I think his fielding is better than his batting. But I still don't want him on there
Well,
at
his
all.
batting used to be better than his fielding, man.
It was when he was 10 years ago. But but now we can start with him. And then Torres was playing also, but Torres was not playing the field. He was actually the DH, which I was a little surprised about. I didn't expect him to be the DH. Actually, last year's home opener, he didn't even start. He didn't start. So that's a big up for him for being on the on the roster. So he was a DH. And I think I would have mixed that up. I think I would have actually let him play second base and have Donaldson DH. Yeah. But Cabrera did play left field.
You like Cabrera?
I like him. And well, unfortunately, Cabrera went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
The old golden sombrero.
That's right. So I feel that in the next game, he should be moving down the lineup. I think he should be moving down the lineup. Those 4 strikeouts, they're not going to help him.
Our DH did fine.
Oh, yeah. What did your DH do?
I got a couple of doubles.
A couple of doubles.
Yeah.
Is that the big guy?
Yeah, Vogelbach.
He's still there, huh?
Vogelbach.
Yeah, he's good. He's a fan favorite, so he did good. Keep his job.
I wish he was a little faster.
Now, wait. How did he do the second? That was the first game he went
He
double?
got a double yesterday, too.
Oh, look at that. All right. So that's how you keep your job.
You got to keep hitting.
You got to keep hitting. That's how you keep the job. That's pretty good.
That's all his job
So-
is to hit the ball.
That's right. You can't play anything else. So that's good for him, you know. So now, Max. Let's talk about Max Scherzer.
Oh, Max, what do you
Because
want to
we
know
did talk
him?
about him a little bit already because he pitched the first game and ran out of gas, right? No, second
he
game.
didn't run out of
No,
gas.
first game.
First game.
Ran out of gas. He ran out of gas. He gave up 3 runs, you know,
If he
in
went
one
to
inning.
the 8th inning, you would have said he ran out of
He
gas.
ran out of gas he ran out of gas in the 6th. So he was on empty in the 7th. And they kept him in there. So
A win's a win.
you got to win.
Bullpen got us through.
Now Max always complaining up there. He's always complaining.
Complaining what? The pitch clock?
Yeah, he always does complain. Are you tired of seeing this guy complain? You know? I mean, he's like complaining about the pitch clock.
Oh,
Like,
when you're as old as him, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right?
they're trying. But they're trying. But remember we talked about him with the minor league trying to play with the clock?
Right.
Did he play with it? I didn't watch the game. Did he play with it?
Not really. Not really.
No, he behaved
I
himself?
didn't notice anything.
Because he's trying to use it to his
I didn't
advantage.
really notice anything.
He's still trying to use it.
Oh, you got to try, you know?
He is trying. I don't think it's just. Well, he won. Yeah, okay, he won. He got to win, right? He got to win. But he says some things about the umpires should have like discretion.
They should be able to stop the pitch clock at their own discretion.
What do you think about that, huh? What is this nonsense?
They're the umpires. They control the game.
Oh, but
I
that's
think
not
he's right.
that's
I
not
agree
what?
with anything he says. Anything he says, I agree with.
No, you can't do that,
Why
man.
not?
Because he's out there. He's on another planet.
You're out there.
He's on another
You're
planet,
just
man.
mad because we got Max.
Max, yeah, you're gonna be mad you got him.
I'm
You're
not gonna be
gonna be
mad.
mad
Listen,
when he's on the bench because he dislocated his pinky.
That's what they said last year.
You're
What
gonna be
happened?
upset.
We got a little here and there last year, but
Look what happened to Verlander.
there we go. I knew you were gonna bring him up.
Look what happened to Verlander. We talked about
minor.
him being
It's
an
minor,
old
my friend.
man, and yesterday you were talking nonsense.
It's minor.
The last time we had a show, you were saying, "Oh, your young guys are hurt. My old guys are good."
He's not hurt. He's got a little soreness,
A little soreness.
a little tendinitis.
Oh my God! Do you see him?
They're gonna reevaluate him Thursday. They're gonna rescan him. He's back. So he was supposed to pitch today, actually, so he could pitch opening day. So Tyler McGill is pitching today.
Have you seen Verlander? They don't show him because if you
I saw him.
You did not see him. If you look into that dressing room, he has a cast on.
I didn't see that.
he
You got
doesn't.
cast on?
No,
I didn't see that. I was gonna say, where you getting all the garbage from?
no. Yeah, the Mets always hide their news like that. It's a minor injury.
Garbage.
The guy's in crutches and soft cast, and it's a minor injury. It's a minor
Minor.
injury.
He said if it was mid-season, he could pitch through. Playoffs definitely be in it. Just since it's the beginning of the year, they're just gonna let him get a little extra rest.
Yeah.
Rescan it again Thursday, and then right now Tyler McGill is in his slot. So
All right, let's see what he could do. He probably has like a high ERA anyway, so it doesn't matter. Well, a
we're
minor.
talking about 101 team winners last year.
That was last year, man.
All right.
You said I live in the past, right? Well, we're not living in the
All
past.
Yankee fans live in the past. 27 World Series.
That's what we have.
How many you got?
What
We
we
got
have.
more than you.
Yeah, this is all facts.
I told you,
it's all facts.
2015 we went to the World Series. You're like,
Yeah, and
well,
did what? And what
we
did you
got
do there?
27.
What did you do there?
We did better than you.
Well,
we didn't even make it there.
We didn't have to make it there. We just wanted to watch you lose. That's how we enjoy ourselves. There's different ways to enjoy the game.
I know the feeling watching you lose. I watch you guys lose to the Marlins, the Diamondbacks. Those are the World Series I remember.
Those are hard ones. Those are hard memories, man. It's not nice.
Especially the Diamondback one, right?
Well, no, the Marlin ones because I was there. I mean, for me personally, I mean, the Diamondback was hard. Yes,
We always root for them to lose.
You do. But I was there for the other one, for the Marlins, and that wasn't being there in person was the worst for me. But you're right. But the Diamondback was tough for the team itself because Mariano was.
Two ninth inning comebacks.
What are we talking about? I
don't remember. I want you to refresh my memory.
No, I'm not talking about that. Unless
we only can trash the Mets on this station.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. Oh my God. So talking about I want to talk about like pitching because Verlander and all these old guys. You're eventually going to need new pitching to replace these guys. Sooner than later because these guys are really going down hard, fast too. So we got Ohtani.
Talking about a Cy Young winner.
Ohtani, we got Ohtani now. Ohtani's in the mix. He will be in the mix very sooner than you think.
Well, let's see what happens if the Angels are out of it towards the end of the season and towards the trade deadline. Are they going to dish him out? Where is he going to go? What are they going to give up for him? Teams are going to give up for him?
Yeah, is
it going to be a trade and sign? It's
going to be interesting, huh? It's going to be very interesting there because he's a hot item. How much money do you think he could get?
I think he can look close to 50, right?
50, 60. I think he might touch 60. It's amazing. It's amazing what this guy can bring.
Play a kid's game, eh?
It's amazing.
Well, the guy does it all. He hits.
He hits, man.
He pitches.
It's crazy. Crazy the abilities. The different person. Different being. This is unheard of.
We haven't seen a man like this since.
Well, they say Babe Ruth, but I didn't see Babe Ruth.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. I'd say we as humans watching the great sport of baseball, since they say Babe Ruth, Babe Ruth pitched the perfect game.
Yeah.
Then
it's up there. It's up there with that for us. For our generation, this is it. This is as best as it gets right now. So now,
all right.
Go ahead. Ohtani talk still?
Yeah, he's still talking. You talk about contracts. How long of a contract do you think he's going to get? Where do you think he's going to go? We know he says he doesn't want to go to the East Coast. He wants to be closer to Japan on the West Coast.
If he wants to make that 60, he has to talk to Uncle Stevie.
See that?
He has to.
Then you got to see it. Even Yankee fans know.
Uncle Stevie's giving money away. You got to go with the guy who, until he figures out how much money he has left, you got to keep hitting him. You got to keep hitting him. You got the Uncle Stevie taxes. It's up. It's going to keep going up.
What was the tax that he had to pay? It was
luxury tax.
Luxury tax. $375 million that he had to pay.
It's named after him because he's blowing it up. He's blowing that number up. So,
I said, there's a new boss in town.
But listen, the Yankees
That's
are involved.
That's what George
too.
used to do.
Yes, but the Yankees still involved. They're not out of it. They still have money to give. Also,
right.
So if he wants to make that 60, he has to come to the East Coast. That's crazy.
You don't think the Dodgers are giving that kind of money?
I don't think they will.
Dodgers spend a lot of money too.
I don't think they will.
Red Sox,
even the Padres, the
Padres.
Listen. The Padres signed. Who they signed with that big contract? The outfielder, one of the best outfielders out there. I forgot his name, but
Soto.
Right. They signed Soto, and they're not going to negotiate his contract because they're going to hold that money for
Ohtani. And they signed what's his name? The third baseman, Manny.
Machado.
Yeah.
They have a lot of money invested already, but they're holding, so not negotiating new contracts, so they can get this guy as a free agent. So that's a place where you can see him.
They got a couple big bats down there in San Diego, huh?
He might be a spot. That might be a spot he might fit in. So I think they're holding out and making a nice little saving account to bust it open, bust a biggie bank for this guy.
Give an extra $10 million to come to the East Coast, maybe. Huh?
Yeah, you got to do something. Because what was the excuse for not to come? What was the excuse?
He wants to be closer to Japan on the West
Coast.
Closer
to Japan. What the hell? What's wrong with that?
Where's he going to fly to Japan during the season?
Yeah, during the season, you don't go nowhere.
You get 1 day off.
You go nowhere.
One every 10 days, one every week, right?
That's a poor excuse. He
just wants more money.
And that's how you get money. That's how you get it.
He's playing the game. He's playing the cards.
Yeah, the Yankees will give him anything. I mean, they'll put him in the outfield with.
You can put him
anything. I mean, he'll be. Is he married? I don't know if he's married.
No, they've posted pictures of his girlfriend or something.
They'll bring his girlfriend down. They know she'll be living in the dugout. Just here's your girl. Ain't gotta go nowhere. I mean, this is out of control.
It is out of control.
They'll set it up. Whatever he wants, he'll get.
Where's the limit? When are they gonna? Where's the limit of these guys making how much they make a year?
Yeah, that's when the strikes come in.
These guys are making
baseball strikes.
$50 million a year. Yeah. What are the owners making?
Yeah. Yeah, too much. Too much.
If
Too
you
much.
only could pay one guy $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Imagine what that owner's making.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a kid like a kid. It's a kid's game, but with money, a lot of money, a lot of money being tossed around for no reason.
He might wind up with the Yanks.
Well, he has to talk to the Yanks and the Mets. He has to. That's where the big money really is. That's where the money is. And he'll get more than anything because then you have these big endorsements to come and being in the city. Being in New York, I mean,
forget about it. Wheaties, right? Nike,
all kinds of shoes, man. Yeah, whatever he wants.
Reebok, whatever.
Anything he wants, he'll get it, and he'll double his money probably. He's just like that.
Make more in endorsements.
He could make more endorsements in his contract, so he'll make 60 in his contracts and 70 in endorsements. What the hell?
Wasn't Jordan making more, and Michael Jordan making more in all those?
He does. He was, and when it comes to Jordan, Nike stuck out their necks for him, and they paid all fines, whatever fines he got, they paid for it. They treat him like royalty, and that's what's going to happen to this guy. So it's gonna be big, and that's gonna be fun to watch.
It's gonna be fun to watch when he's playing in Citi Field.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
Citi Field. I think it's gonna be called Reebok Field soon.
Reebok.
yeah. They're protesting out there to change the name. Something happened. Something happened with Citi Field.
I saw something about it. Bunch of hogwash.
Well,
hogwash, I say.
To break down what happened in Game 1. Tell me what happened. What do you remember happening in Game 1 that was big?
Which was big?
Yeah. Like what happened? Like you got Scherzer pitching, your bats came to life. You got ended up what 5 runs I think to end the game. Was it 5 runs?
5 runs.
So who had these? How these runs come in? What happened?
Base hit here, single here, double here.
Anybody stand out? Who was the player of the games here? Anybody?
Who stood out?
Did Alonso hit any home runs?
No. He hit one.
McNeil?
He hit one the second game.
McNeil hit some stuff.
McNeil? He got a couple. McNeil went 0 for 4 yesterday. Okay. Was yesterday the day they got caught with the violation strike? No.
That was the Game 1.
That was Game 1 because it took Alonso too long to. There you go. That stands out. Alonso taking too long to get back to first, and called a strike on McNeil.
That's crazy.
That's not a rule.
It's not a rule.
I think they're trying to play the clock there.
It's not a rule.
The batter a little bit more time.
Yeah, well, probably
take my sweet ass time getting back to the. Get back to the base.
They probably were. So the umpire called the strike.
And Major League Baseball apologized.
Yeah, that's not even part of the rules. I mean, that's the way the umpire just made that up from the fly. He just made that up. Just made that up like that. So now Major League Baseball did apologize, and they say it should be a warning. Should be a warning. Like you can't just give a strike.
So now
out.
after the warning, you can call a strike.
Well, now after the warning. So
they just made this rule up for them. It's the new Alonso rule.
Yeah, because the
McNeil rule.
Yeah, it's the Alonso rule now. Yeah, because it's polar bears. They don't run. They crawl. So he's a big boy. So he crawls to first. So now they made a rule. So now the Alonso rule is get back to first. Hurry it up. Come on, get back to. So the umpire could yell at him. Come back there. Let's go. And now it's up to this umpire. You don't have to keep being a strike the second time. You could warn again because it's not really in that rule.
It's not in the rule, so you can't call him a strike. Just warn him.
You can warn him. He can warn him a bunch of times. But if it's the same guy,
make up rules as we go along.
Yeah. It seems like gonna do that. But I'm sure if it's the same guy, if it's Alonso, hey, come on, get it up there, let's go, and it does it again. Like, come on, what are you doing, man? I already warned you once. I warned you twice.
What, you gotta kick him out of the game?
Third strike. Third warning is a strike.
There you go. You're making up rules again.
Yeah, he's going to do it. And not just a strike on McNeil. Not just on McNeil. It's going to be a strike on Alonso. Next time you come out of the bat, you're coming out with one strike.
You can make it a rule for next year. Right now, they just can give 10 warnings.
Imagine if they did that. If they said, Alonso, when you come up to the plate, you're coming up with one strike.
One strike.
All right, one strike. It's funny. Thinking about that, it puts me a flashback. Because that's how when I coached my kids in Little League, that's what I trained them. When they did batting, everybody came up with 2 strikes on them already. You're coming up with 2 strikes. So because I was training them never to go out looking. You go out swinging. So you're going up with 2 strikes. If that pitch is close, you're swinging right now because you only get one swing. Either you're taking it for a strike 3 looking, or you're getting the bat off your shoulder. So I just brought me back to the days, Don't go out swinging. Those are fun days, man.
Those were fun days.
So now I'm gonna tell you what I remember, and I wrote some things down.
Game?
My Yankee game, because Cole was on fire.
He set a record.
He struck out 11. And no one's done that as a Yankee opener. So that was a big start for him. And then you have Judge. What Judge? First at bat, second pitch, gone. That's how you do it. You broke a record in the American League, and start the new season with a home run. How beautiful is that?
Beautiful.
Beautiful is that, man?
It's only beautiful if you win the game, but
They win, man. They won. And then you have Torres, which I'm not a big fan of Torres either. He's in that category with Donaldson to me, up and down too much, too streaky. But he came up as a DH and hit a 2-run homer as well. So he helped his cause.
What about Volpe? How did Volpe? Did he stand out to anything?
Volpe's.
Where did he go?
Well, Volpe, he's in the news all over the place for just for saying hi to the creature bleachers over there.
Creatures?
Yeah, bleacher creatures out there,
They did a roll. What did they do? The roll call for?
They did a roll call for him. His first one ever. He
tipped his hat.
No, he
didn't even tip his hat.
He raised his glove up and he kissed the New York emblem on his jersey. So that was a little different. A little show for the crowd.
All right.
That was nice. And then in his first at bat, he walked. He got like a 7-pitch walk. Not bad. And then he stole second. Hey, what the hell? Get in the books.
Okay.
Put in the books. That's good. And then he got a couple of routine play. One strike. He did strike out once.
He did strike out.
He struck out one strikeout. But routine plays in the shortstop. Play shortstop. Started shortstop. Youngest.
Any errors?
No errors.
What is he? 20?
21. Yeah, he's 21 years old, but he's a few months.
Gonna be 21?
No, he is 21. He's 21. He's a few.
He can have a beer after the game?
Yes, he can. That's right. Yes, he can. And he probably did. So he had a nice start to his season. He didn't get a hit yet. Still searching for that first hit. But he's in the books. He's in the books, man.
All right, he's in the books.
He's in the books, man. Walked in on the field. Major League Baseball player. In the books.
There you go.
That's awesome, man.
Isn't Will Ferrell in the books too?
Will Ferrell might be in the books too. Yeah. Yeah. I think he played for like 5 teams. Something like that, right? And then you got you were talking about we talked about the pitching, because how the Yankees are going to be trading. They're going to trade somebody. I just don't know who. I feel it's going to be.
Who do you feel?
Well, they brought in instead of going 13-13 split like they always do to start the season with a 26-man roster, 13 pitchers, 13 positional players. They did the 14-12 this time, and they brought in Estevan Florio. They brought him in there, and he's going to be just a target. They just brought him in just as a trade, so he's going to be packaged with someone or in the mix with some kind of deal trade to get rid of him and bring in a pitcher. So it could be 13-13. So something's going to happen soon. I thought it was going to happen before Thursday's game, but it might happen before. I mean, today's game it's not going to happen today either. It might happen sometime this week coming up. So you will see a trade.
You think so?
It has to happen. They don't have a start. They don't have starters. They only have, like I told you, Clark Schmidt's number 2 starter. He should be number 5. So that's a bad spot. That's a bad situation we're in.
So old men are better than no starters.
Well, old men are not good at all.
Oh, he didn't get the loss.
Well,
so.
one out of 2 got something. The other one's gone. Now, Scherzer's supposed to be resting.
Scherzer's
Scherzer's resting for the next game.
For the next game, yes.
Which means he's not going to start because he's not going to make it.
Of course he
does. Because there's not enough Bengay to help him get ready for the next start.
God, you keep talking about him. He's going to win a Cy Young.
Oh,
Cy Young. Win his 4th Cy Young.
I'm gonna put
Just keep pitching him 6 innings. 6 innings. Let your bullpen come in.
He needs 3. If he does 3, he might get something. He might get a Cy Young at 3 with 3 innings. As an opener, as an actual opener.
We'll see.
Your
big guy's done right now, right?
Which big guy is this now?
Guy, whatchamacallit, Cole.
Well, he pitched.
He's done. He's done now.
For the next
4 days.
Yeah, right. Yes.
He's off. And so now you got who's coming in?
You got Clark Schmidt coming in right now. It makes no sense to me.
All right, who you got coming after Schmidt?
And then they picked up Colton Brewer. Either he's gonna take over for Clark Schmidt if Clark Schmidt gets in trouble, but we do have relievers in there who should do the job.
Who's your long reliever? Who do you guys got? Who's gonna bail out your fifth, your starting pitcher after Eric Cole is done doing his thing?
Well, you're right. You said my fifth rotation.
So who's
guy,
gonna bail out your 4 other starters?
Well, I told you they brought in that Colton Brewer, which if he comes in because he just got him, they're going to see what he can do. So he might come in as a long reliever. But we do have other guys in the bullpen. We have Jonathan Loaizaga, which he did awesome as a long reliever. He could do a long reliever. He could last 4 innings. Wanda Parada, he does like 1 inning,
Right.
He could push him to 2. And Michael King, again, I'm waiting to see this guy do his thing.
So he wasn't with you last year, King.
He was. He was he in the first half of he was hot.
He was. Okay.
And then he helped us get all those wins, hold the lead. Then he got hurt. And once he got hurt, everything changed. Everything changed. The whole dynamics in the bullpen. And
what was his injury?
I think I'm not sure on that shoulder. I think it was a shoulder injury. I'm not sure, but it knocked us out. It knocked us out. It knocked the whole bullpen out of whack. But now he's back. So I don't know. I want to see him. I want to see if is he the same Michael King that was from last year, the beginning of the season? We're gonna find out.
We'll find out. See if that shoulder's healed. Now back to your starter, Rodon, is it?
Yes.
When is he coming back?
He has a form on strain. It's not a strain. So every time you look him up, they say that he's working his way back, but don't see it. We're not gonna expect to see him in April. So April shut down. April shut down. But May might be a possibility. So every time you look at it, you get different information. They're not clear on when he's coming back. But I know for sure, no April.
No.
So we got to deal with April without him. I know that. And then hopefully
he's your number 2.
He's supposed to be our number 2. Yeah, man. Supposed to be our number 2. It's crazy. We're not having a number 2. Just like you guys don't have a number 2.
We have his number 2.
You don't have the number 2. Verlander's supposed to be your number 2.
Yeah.
He's not here.
Back next week. He's not hurt.
Let's see if he comes back next week. I don't think he's coming back next week.
We'll see. We'll see. They're scanning him. They said they're scanning him on Thursday.
Scanning him on Thursday. Okay.
So, we'll see what
so
happens.
Thursday you'll find. No, you won't know. Probably Friday you'll find out that he needs another 3 months.
Not 6 months. He can pitch. He's still throwing in the 90s right now.
Is he really in the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I just made that up. I'm guessing.
I think he throws 86 highest. and then we got Frankie Montas. We have, which he's supposed to be out till like late in the season, and then if he ever comes back, he might not be a good pitcher for us. And he only had a 1-year contract, so it was like that was a sloppy move we made to get him.
See, now I'm looking forward to watching Cody Senga.
Oh yes, I haven't seen him either. I've never seen him.
Me neither. He pitches tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
He pitches tomorrow.
That's a big one. That's a big one to watch.
Yeah, I want to see what he's got. See what all this hype is about.
Yeah, he even has a promotion.
Yes, he has a promotion. The ghost forkball.
Yeah, he has some kind of ghost ball, which that's what they say. So they're advertising him hard. They're pushing him out there.
Well, he's going to be the 4th starter right now, I guess, right?
Well, is he with the, yeah, right, because
well,
third starter, I guess.
Well, Peterson pitched yesterday.
Right.
Verlander was supposed to pitch today. So Tyler McGill is filling in for him.
Okay. So then, 4th starter, yeah. Okay, 4th starter. All right, let's see what you got in the 4th
starter is better than your 1st starter.
You think so?
I don't know.
Our 1st starter did great. What are you talking? 11 strikeouts. What are you talking about?
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
We're going to find out tomorrow.
Okay. All right,
we're going to see what this kid's made of.
Yeah, I got to see.
If he's the real deal, which they say he is,
yeah,
we'll find out. See that ghost forkball.
I want to see it. I want to see it too. I'm curious.
He might be. What was that movie with Brendan Fraser? What was it? He played for the Yankees.
Brendan Fraser,
and he was the pitcher.
I don't remember that movie.
Man, you had to see it. He was a pitcher. He was coming in for a Yankee pitcher. The Scout. You ever see the movie The Scout?
I did see The Scout. Yes, I have seen The Scout. Yeah.
All the hype that they had.
Yeah. That's true.
Is what this kid's gonna be.
Yeah, there is hype. There's definitely a lot of hype right now on this kid.
So we'll see what he's got tomorrow.
All right. So one thing remember we always talk about Met Yankee stuff, right? All right. So let's talk a little bit about the 2000 World Series a little bit. You know,
what do you want to talk about?
Even though you hate that era, that era was.
I don't hate it. I was proud of my team.
You should have been proud. You
should have been proud. They were the best team in the National League.
It was. They were.
Okay.
So when they play this year, there's a Subway Series this year.
They play in June and then they playing in July.
June. All right. So June. I have June. Okay. June 13 and 14, which is 2 days, 2 games at Citi Field.
So you better get those tickets now.
Okay. I'm not going to Citi Field.
I'll give you the phone number.
I'm not going to Citi Field. What I'm gonna call
when they play in the Bronx.
I'm gonna call Lindor. Lindor, hello. You got seats at section 300 so I can see your hair. I don't think so. So and then they play in July. To the real stadium.
The real stadium.
And yeah, July 25th and 26th. They'll be at the Bronx. So it's 2 games. It's interesting how they do that now because I remember back in the day there used to be 3-game series.
3 games.
3 games.
Right.
3 games. Now it's 2 and 2. Yeah, whatever.
Because with the new schedule. You know, now they're playing their own, instead of 19 times or 18 times or whatever they played, each team in their own division, now they're playing them only 13 times.
Yes.
Because now you're going to see every team.
So there's some changes.
You're going to see every team, in your opposite league.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. So that's going to help you guys because the record was 82-61. Yankees winning over the Mets. So by playing less,
We discussed this.
yeah. So we discussed.
I
so
thought it was a lot closer. I think your numbers are off.
82,
I
61.
think the internet is off.
So
I got my own numbers at home.
so it's going to be like 82. 60 something. So it's going to change a little bit. It's going to be.
They're gonna sweep you guys.
So 82 is going to go up.
The Mets are gonna have 4 more wins.
So you think the Nets going to have 65 games wins, but they're not. They're going to have stay at 61.
They're gonna have 61.
Stay
you
at
think you're gonna
61.
sweep the Yankees are gonna sweep the Mets?
Well, no, I think the Mets are
You
going to
couldn't
win.
even sweep us when we were bad.
I think you're going to win one game. I think the Mets will get one game in. One game. Yeah, I'll give you guys one game. So you have 62 games since 91, 97. So
97.
66, yes, it's 97.
97.
You're going to have 62 games.
97.
One. That's pretty good, 62 games. That's as much as home runs their Judge hit last year. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty
That's
good.
pretty good. So you guys will celebrate Judge's
Again,
home run.
see, Yankee fan, living in the past. Living in the past.
Yeah,
You brought up the past.
Yeah, I did. I brought up the pass. Yeah, I did. And because it's 62 games, because you guys are going to help celebrate that 62. Which is I appreciate
62 was, we came into existence in 62.
62. Look at that. Bring it to the past again. Love it. Yeah, see, 62 is a very good
62.
historical number.
62
So-
is our number. Wasn't it a movie, 61?
61 was a movie, yes.
Yeah.
He's 61. 61, 61.
61,
Yes,
61.
you're correct. So now we have 62,
I am correct.
which is the right number. That's the right number now.
We'll see what happens. We'll
Which-
just see
which-
what happens.
which
What
you-
have you done for me lately?
Which you're going to celebrate.
What have you done for me lately?
Well, we're going to find out in June and July.
And July.
Yes, June and July are going to be fun. It's going to
I
be fun.
can't wait. I can't wait to be drinking all that free beer and,
Ah, jeez.
and eating
So,
free hot dogs.
but I want to bring up one thing.
American Express.
Let's go back to the 2000 World Series because that's the Yankee
All
Mets.
right, what do you want to
That's not
discuss
Yankee.
about 2000 World Series?
I know you we talked about briefly last time, and it's about that first game.
That first game.
That first game is big.
And you agree with me.
Yes.
It was the table
yes.
setter.
Yes, yes, it was.
It was the table
Definitely
setter.
was. Now the pitchers were Pettit pitched for the Yankees,
All right.
and Al Leiter I think pitched for the
Al
Mets.
Leiter.
Yes, the Mets. And okay, so what do you remember? What do you remember about it? What do you remember about it? Let's go back from what do you remember about that 2000? Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. Before you think.
I don't have to think. I can tell you what I
But
remember.
one thing that I'm gonna remember from one of my experience is I remember that the Yankees were struggling to get into the playoffs. Were struggling,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were hitting a little peak, but they were still not like sweeping everybody. They were still had a battle, a comeback, a lot of comeback from behind games, and the Mets actually made the World Series first. They were there waiting to who they.
The Mets got hot.
The Mets were hot.
They got hot at the end of the year.
The Mets got very hot, and they were
Yes.
they were very hot, and they were waiting to see who they're going to play in the World Series. So they were there first.
Right.
Which when I saw that they got there first, got me
Yeah,
nervous.
look, yeah, I
got
was
me
gonna say,
nervous.
got you nervous,
Real talk got me nervous. I was
Watching
like,
this hot
oh
team
no.
come in.
Yeah, I was like, the Mets are in the World Series. That's serious. And the Yankees, they're not. They might not make it. They might not make
Who
it.
were they playing for the pennant?
I believe they're playing. Maybe could have been the Marlins. Could have been.
No, couldn't be playing the Marlins for the
No,
pennant.
that's you guys. Yeah,
That's
that's National League. No. Seattle. They were playing Seattle. They were
Seattle.
playing Seattle. Yes, because they played the A's first in the first round, and then they played Seattle.
So it's just a tough series. West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast.
Yes. It was tough.
That's a tough series. And a lot of late night games.
Yes, that was crazy. Yes, because Seattle.
I think the Mets played the Giants.
Okay.
so-
Yes.
so-
yes. Bonds was in there. Bonds.
Yeah, I think the Mets played the Giants.
Yes, that was big. So I was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I was nervous going into that because the Mets were hot. They were there first, waiting, and now here the Yankees, had to have to come back from behind wins, and now they're going to meet a hot team waiting for them in the World Series. And it doesn't matter how many Yankee ones you don't want to lose to the Mets in the World Series. We'll never let that down. Met fans like yourself, we all over that.
There's a bunch of little things that happened in that series that
Yes.
can stick out.
Okay, tell me something. Tell me one. Give me one.
Timo not running.
Timo not running.
Right off the wall, remember that?
Yeah. I remember Timo not running. Now, okay.
The bat throw.
The bat throw, yes.
bat throw.
Yes, that was the Clemens Piazza situation. But let's go back to Tino. Because in that first game, there was like more than one situation where people didn't run.
Right.
Because Tino was one of them, but there was others that didn't run as well.
Because if he ran and he went hard, Mets would have won that first game.
Yes, the Mets were winning at that time, right?
Yeah.
That was like was that? I don't know if I'm wrong. It was that for an. No, I don't know. I might be wrong on this. Was that for? Was that for? Was that for?
I didn't.
Was that for? It could have been for an insurance run. I'm not. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't. I can't remember exactly what the scenario was. But
what I remember in my head is that he was like jogging as
Yes.
the ball was flying, and as it would look like it was going to go out of the park.
yes,
Hit off the wall, and when it hit off the wall, that's when he turned it on.
yes,
Yes.
yeah. So
Right.
Todd Seal is the one who hit the ball.
Yes,
Todd Seal.
Todd Zeal.
And Tino was on first.
Mm-hmm.
Timo was on
Timo.
first. And yes, when he hit the ball,
It was to right field, I believe.
I don't remember where it was.
I'm just
Okay.
I believe.
It hit the top of the wall,
Yeah.
and as soon as Todd hit it, he
Yeah.
put an arm up because he thought
Right.
it was over.
Right.
Pat it, put his head down like, oh damn, I blew this. I blew this one.
Right.
And Timo also celebrated. And you're right. As he went around, before he touched second. I think that's when he realized, oh, there's
ball's
something's
still in
going on
play.
here. Something
Ball's
going on
still
here.
in the park. That's when he
right.
started running.
Yeah. And then Justice was the one who fielded it in the outfield, threw it to Jeter. It's a
Right.
relay. Jeter was out there and relayed it to Posada. One hop, tagged him out
Right.
at home. That was crazy. That was nuts.
And that game, if he would have ran and he would have scored, that game would have never made it to extra innings. Mets would have game won, and I personally believe that the Mets would have won the series, but it didn't happen that way.
You could think that all you want. That's true. You can think all you want.
But it didn't happen that way.
There was no situation there that someone didn't run. And
For the Mets?
for the Mets, yeah, the Mets, yeah. There was a person on third, and I think it was a player, Pratt.
Yeah.
I think he was on third,
Mhm.
and someone hit the ball. I don't know who the hell hit the ball. It was weakly hit.
So it was
And-
Pratt?
I'm not sure.
Pratt was a backup catcher to Piazza. So
I think it was Pratt.
Okay.
I think it was Pratt. He was on third, and he may have been a DH or something like that. You know, he was on third.
All right, they've been playing in Yankee Stadium, so it could have been a DH.
So
Right.
weakly hit, bobbled the ball, barely got the out at first, and he didn't run on contact. So that also hurt you guys with runs. You guys are giving runs away, man.
And then in the 12th, who got you the game-winning walk-off hit?
Vizcaíno came
Jose
in.
Vizcaíno.
Jose Vizcaíno came in and sealed the deal.
He was with us.
And you say he was with you. I don't remember him being with you.
He was with us.
But
I think he was with us around 96, 98, around there.
yeah.
I can look it up and see.
Yeah, but
where
I think he was a
with
bad
us.
boy at that time. But then he became a Major League Baseball player for the Yankees.
No, he didn't go to the Yankees right away. We didn't want him anymore.
Well,
He was trash. We sent him out to the trash stadium.
well, he won a championship with them, and he got multiple hits that game. That was only his only hit. He got multiple hits that game.
He was the one that wore those funky glasses.
Yes, like goggles, like
exactly,
Kareem
yeah.
Abdul-Jabbar style.
Yeah.
Goggles. And the reason why he started that game is because he had good records against Leiter. That's why he started that game. So everything, some reason everything was just falling into place for Torrey. You know, he just got to make the right moves.
Then you got the bat situation.
The bad situation that didn't happen in game one because that
No,
was
it didn't happen game one.
yeah, that was Clemens
Yeah.
starting the game on that one.
That might have been game two.
Game two, yeah, I guess it was game two, yeah, because that was at the
It was his
stadium.
first
also.
at bat.
It was the first at bat, yes, because there was history right there.
Well, the history. What was the history? Piazza owned Clemens.
No, the history was
I
Piazza
know.
hit him in the head.
Right.
I mean, Clemens hit
Right.
him in the head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, yeah, Clemens didn't like him because
Yeah.
Piazza owned him.
Yeah, he hit him in the head. That's why he hit him.
Because he owned him.
He came in close and hit him in the head, beat him in the head. So everybody wants to know what's going to happen now. These guys going to meet again.
Piazza had a lot of home runs against him. He just had Rogers' number.
His number. And
Was that before steroids or after steroids?
for Clemens,
Yeah.
who knows? Clemens is still denying all that stuff, but it was an ugly situation that developed there with.
That's something
Bat.
we could talk about
Yeah,
next time.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
how you felt about all those
that
Red
was- that was
Sox.
too much.
All those Red Sox came to you. Wade Boggs.
Red Sox.
The Red Sox came to the Yankees.
Right.
Yeah, Clemens.
Yeah.
Who else did you have
Well,
come
they-
on?
they came-
Johnny Damon.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
A lot of good.
They came because they wanted to win a championship. Just like these guys are going to the Mets right now.
Didn't Damon win a championship in Boston?
He did. He did.
Okay,
he
so
did. He did.
yeah.
He did.
Then he beat
but
you guys?
wait, no, but that was later. That wasn't there.
No, it was before because he had that 7 RBI game.
No, you're right.
You remember you guys were down, you were up 3 games to none?
Yes.
We'll talk about this next time.
2004, right? I think that was 2004.
Up to only team in Major League history, right? Up 3 games.
Well, yes.
At that time,
that's ugly. That's ugly. That's ugly history because
I don't upset.
Well, you know, it's a terrible story. It's a terrible story.
It's a great story.
It's territory, and like I want to, I want to tour all the stadiums, and I went to Fenway, and that's the only thing they play, and the big screen. When you're in Fenway, that's all they show over and over again. 2004. No, the whole story of the series.
How they came back, the Red Sox.
Yeah, the whole story. So they replaying every game you go to, no matter who they're playing. That story's on the big jumbo string. It's history. Great.
It's history.
Great history. Nice.
That was unbelievable.
Why are you talking like this stuff? Why are you bringing this stuff up, man?
I don't want to upset you.
All right, so we talked about Game 1 of the World Series, 2000 World Series. And I agree. It could have gone either way. And the Mets had a lot of chances.
They did have a lot of chances
to really shut the door and take the lead and not look back. And like what I was saying, it's a magical season because Torrey was, everything kind of worked out for him.
Joe?
Yeah, everything worked out. Every pitch hitter he put, pitch runner he put, they did something.
You loved amazing. Joe Torre. You loved him, right?
Yeah, he did.
You think, honestly, do you really think he was a good manager, or you think he just had the right team?
Yes. I think this is what I think about Joe Torre. Because he failed everywhere else, right?
He failed everywhere.
Right.
He failed with the Mets. He failed with Atlanta. He failed with St. Louis. He failed with the Dodgers after the Yankees.
Yes. Yes, he did. So, do I think
that's why I'm asking the question?
Okay, so I don't think he's a great manager. No, not a great manager. Because
he had the team.
This is what he did. No, I'm going to tell you what he did, though. He had the persona of very low tone, psychiatry kind of thing.
So he was perfect fit.
He's a perfect fit because these guys are nut jobs, and mental cases, egos, and he was able to calm everybody down and tell people what to do without telling them directly because he knew that there were head cases. Like if you're Tino Martinez, you're sitting right here, and I'm Bernie Williams, he's gonna tell Bernie what he wants to tell Tino because he knows Tino's right there overhearing it. Mm-hmm. So he used that psychology like that. So then Tino would hear, okay, but Bernie would just take the hit, so Tino could get the message.
Right, gotcha.
He was good at that. So he was that kind of skill. Torrey won. He did it. He did it with that kind of skill. Now, he wasn't the greatest manager. He wasn't. And he was the perfect fit. He was definitely the perfect fit at the right time. Yeah, I mean, you can't chase that now. Now he's like a Hall of Famer, right? Hall of Fame manager. Who knows? It's great. It's amazing. All right, guys.
Could have put anybody in behind that and won those championships.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
You had your lineup.
Yeah.
You had your setup, man.
Yeah.
You had your closer.
That's right.
You go home.
That's right. It was easy. It was easy.
Very easy.
Easy. But still had to make certain decisions. Still had to make some certain decisions.
He made some decisions.
And he still had
some baseball knowledge.
Yeah, he definitely had
knowledge. You knew how to bring in the lefty, and you knew when to bring in the righty.
And he had the balls. He had the balls in his back of his head.
Down his neck.
Yeah, he did. So that's sometimes that dealing with that alone is skillful. Right. All right. So we're gonna end the show here.
Oh, it's just getting good.
We're gonna end the show here with the Game 1 of the World Series, which was edged out by the Yankees because the Mets didn't do what they had to do to shut the door. And will that happen again? Of course, it's going to happen again because history always repeats itself.
It does. Say goodnight.
Go Yanks! Yeah!
I gave it to you today. Let's go Mets.